In terms of trust and identity, with the prize being identity, you define it very simply, and I think in a very important way in the book, of value plus trust, I believe, correct?
Right. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
can you talk a little bit about trust, that trust aspect? How do you define trust? I think, which you do, I think, in the book as well.
Yeah, trust is really combined of those two things that I just shared,
Mm-hmm.
sincerity and competence. So
Yeah,
80% of how we view other people comes down to just those two elements.
right.
And again, depending upon your behavioral style, you tend to prioritize one over the other.
Yeah, I see. I
And
think.
and and here's the thing, there also, people tend to either gravitate towards action or people tend to gravitate towards inaction.
Mm-hmm, hmm.
And so it's also understanding how those styles are. And what's neat is we kind of give you kind of 10 different elements of how the styles can be kind of how they're different,
Mm-hmm.
which allows you to do a better job of kind of identifying the different styles when you're working. One of the things, Tim, that I'm really proud of is this thing that we created. This is what we call the diamond rule matrix.
Yeah.
And what's neat is you go up here and depending upon what your style is, control, influence, power, authority, now you go down and it really gives you a little bit of a menu for how you can deal effectively with the other styles. This is a handy tool because, as you said, it's a little bit intricate to
Mm-hmm.
start to understand this. This makes it really practical that before I go into that next meeting or that next sales call, right, I can get some good feedback based on the style of who I'm dealing with.
Yeah. Great. And I think this is very timely in the kind of environment we live in now, which is unprecedented, I think. And I want to read a quote from the book that I liked, which I hope will empower and encourage readers to manage themselves and their biology. So you have chapter 3 called Biology and Pressure. Between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Viktor Frankl, Austrian neuroscientist.
And if I might add, Tim, Holocaust
And also
survivor.
Holocaust survivor, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about pressure.
The stimulus is kind of like the triggers in our environment, that threat.